We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arm Wrestling Showcase number 59. You all know our host, Kane Fontecchio with Alpha Empire Arm Wrestling, and myself, Josh Edwards, with Nowhere to Run. Tonight, we're joining you guys a little bit late, but as everyone knows, we have a couple of days left before North versus South is here. So again, the last minute preparations, everything dialed in, and getting this show in, sneaking one in late so we can go over some things and hopefully answer any questions that anybody might have or any concerns that they might be wondering about. We will go over the itinerary for the day and things like that. We won't talk about the exact match order specifically because we just want that to be a surprise, and we want everybody to be there when their name is called. So we're gonna keep that part a secret, but we will let you know who's pulling. And Kane has done an amazing job over the last few weeks of releasing flyers for every single match. So that's your list right there. If you look at those flyers, those are the guys and ladies that are having super matches at North versus South, including the 18-man round robin.
Absolutely. Yeah,
How's it,
well said,
how's it
man.
going tonight, Kane? Pretty good?
Pretty good, man. I think you're just gonna have to take it from here because I'm too busy watching Mega Mike right now on the Buzz show with Matt Hollywood Connolly or something like that.
Oh, is he on? Is he on the buzz right now?
He is. Yeah, that said, yeah, sorry everybody. That's why we normally do Thursdays is to try and stay clear of all the arm wrestling shows and such. But tomorrow night, obviously, we're gonna be super busy getting ready for this event. We're gonna be like I'm taking the day off Friday, headed out early to Bakersfield, and Josh and I are gonna be, grinding to set all this up. We got a lot of fun stuff in store. So anybody that is joining us, thank you. Actually, Mega Mike is one of our headline competitors for the event. So yeah, if y'all want, this is a terrible show. Like if you guys want to be entertained, go watch Mega Mike right now. But no, I'm just messing around. Yeah, if you want to know about North versus South, yeah, hang out with us. We'll answer any questions. We're going to go through the list. Like Josh said, it's not going to be the actual order of the match list, but we can kind of run through it a little bit. And welcome Casey Grizzly. He's in the chat. He's one of our super match competitors in the super heavyweight category, going against Brent Legacy. Both of those guys are beasts. Yeah, those super heavyweights, man. It's gonna be gnarly. I hope I bought the right hardware for those tables, man. Get those suckers pinned down.
Yeah, right. We need everything super duty for that day. Yeah. One thing I do want to say, actually, with you bringing up Casey and stuff, and I know that we'll have time to do this again, but I just want to send a huge shout out, right, to everybody that has put forth their time and effort and even financials and different things to make this event what we're hoping that it's going to be this weekend. Derek Smith, Bridget, Kane, yourself, Casey, Brandon Elsner with the medals, Bailey, at Crusader Brewing, just everybody. And I know there's a million more names, but everybody that has helped in any type of way, or just the people that are coming to support, just a huge thank you. It's much appreciated, and this is what makes this whole thing possible, is everybody getting together and putting their 2 cents and their ideas in, and us having a great time. So thank you so much to everybody. It's much appreciated, and nobody's more important than the next guy. Everybody doing their little part is just as valuable and important to make this thing successful.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I'm so grateful for everybody contributing to this. Really grateful to when you're trying to do this many super matches, it's you know, it's you got to retain them, and there's a lot of changes that happen last minute. There's been a lot of very patient competitors on our list who've had to, be jumbled around with a few new competitors or opponents to go against, and um, yeah, that is amazing. Everybody's just like, there's been so cool. And yeah, a lot of I was just talking to Benjimac right now, and all the things he's doing to come contribute. So many people that are kicking ass. We got one of our competitors on the round robin, the 145 round robin, one of the new guys on our team. Holy crap, that was a big bug that just hit me like a golf ball. Isaiah Warlock. Yeah, he's coming in to help Benji do some great production work for this. That's going to be crucial for the documentary and stuff. So amazing
Hey,
how
well,
they all come together, right? You know?
yeah, no, it is. And it's also super ironic and cool how I guess everybody fits in their position, but how Isaiah is helping with so much of, sound and media, and with a name like Warlock, I mean, he just fits perfectly
Yeah.
for that. He is made
Yeah,
to be a sound dude,
yeah.
that's awesome. Really
Yeah,
awesome.
this kid's talented. Yeah, him and Benji on the video skills, both of those guys are great. I love their attitudes. Really amazing. Really great, around people and everything like that. And Isaiah, the other facet that he brings to the table is definitely the audio side. He's a musician. He does a lot of self-production and stuff, and I've done the deep dive on a lot of his work. It's just top-notch stuff. If anybody wants to go check out Isaiah Warlock on socials, very talented musician, and his production work is top-notch too. So he's going to be helping to make sure that a lot of the sound that we get from that event, that electricity, that we're going to be capturing that, for the documentary, any of the post-production stuff. And it turns out I was watching Derek Smith's show earlier. Benji was on there, and yeah, Benji is going to live stream, which is great. I think that's cool. He's all because he's going to have a couple different cameras going. He's going to be running around with some high quality cameras to get a lot of the stuff that we're looking to do in post production and put out later in high quality. But he's also planning to, have something running live so other people can be a part of it. Which I think is great, because they're going to be two completely different monsters. It's going to give people oh, so that's what it was. Man, that sucker's big.
What is it, an Indian mule moth?
Is that what it is? Wait, let's
Is
see.
it a big giant moth?
It doesn't even look big on this camera. I want to like catch it, get a better shot.
It
It's
it's
got like a
either
it's got like a body on it, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it could be a mule moth, or it could be the hummingbird moth. There's a moth that literally mimics the hummingbird. It looks very similar uh, to the hummingbird's body. That looks like a mule moth, though. Does it have color on its wings, like different orange and tan color?
yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's literally on the laptop right now. I'm looking at it right now on the left. You got big old eyeballs. It's furry. Uh, yeah, this thing's wild. Yeah, just come right onto the camera for me. Here. Here we go.
Oh, that's a June bug.
No, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. I was sitting here thinking you had a moth flying around. Yeah, that's a a full-grown June bug. Have you ever seen those grubs that are in the ground? They look like little white fat worms, and they shape like a C.
No, no.
Oh, okay. Well, they usually
Wait,
infect
you
like
said
your
grub
lawns or
worms?
whatever. That's what those are. Yeah, they start out as grubs in the ground, and
Oh,
then they
okay.
hatch and turn into the beetle.
Yeah, its face is so interesting. Look at it.
Yeah, yeah. They actually, if you press down on them, they make like a really cool hissing sound.
Does it hurt
Yeah.
him?
No, no, they're just like they similar. Oh well, he's not. Yeah, maybe he's just super calm
I'm
with
not
you. I don't
pushing
know.
too hard. I'm scared I'm gonna hurt it. I don't.
They do what the cricket does, how the crickets rub their legs together to make the sound. These guys rub their wings together to make a sound, and they flatten their wings, and it bursts air out and makes like a sound like that.
Cool. You're a YouTube sensation. You're a what are we gonna name this guy?
That guy's cool.
Little YouTube influencer. Influence us all to chill out, man. Just chill out.
I'll give it to you in a minute. Well, shoot, Derek has shaved Davey, his little bush that he has. So
Oh, there you
we
go.
might we might as well name this guy something like that.
I wonder how long we'll hang out. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll just keep them in my
That's cool that
hand,
you
I
just grabbed
guess.
it there.
We'll move on. Okay, so we got Benny Ringer in the house. Josh, only you would know the scientific name for a big ass moth. It's a June bug, he says too. Yeah. Uh, Eric Gonzalez says it's a June bug. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
bugs. I don't know them.
When I seen it flying around, like I couldn't see anything but like wide wings. I was like, oh, that's probably a moth. But
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't even
surprised
know
you
June
didn't know.
bugs.
So you don't get these a lot, then, do you?
No, I didn't know they even flew. I thought I had seen June bugs before. And I always saw them as being like much smaller. Maybe what I was looking at before was never a June bug in the first
No,
place.
yeah, it probably was. They have different life stages. Like after they are the larva, they turn into a small little bronze colored beetle where they're all brown or tan or orange. And then as they mature, this is what they look like. But they're all the same grub.
It's so cool
Yeah.
how laid back it is. What should we name him?
Usually they're not laid back like that. That's why I'm tripping. Usually they're like bouncing off the walls and they'll slam into you a bunch of times. And
Yeah, it's like it was doing that. It was like running into me and everything else until I just grabbed it. Yeah, really weird.
okay, hold on. I'll get them for you, my love. Come on. There you go.
Okay, let me I think Linder was gonna pop on here. Pass him the link. Let's see. We're trying to get Linder a ride to the event. He's got big matches, but we need to get him there. I guess there was something that happened. And I will screen share the super match list pretty soon here.
All right.
All right, Mr. Linder. What are we gonna name this bug here?
I think we should name him.
We could name him after Bailey.
Yeah, we can name him Crusader.
Crusader. There you go.
Woohoo!
There you go. Tommy Delphin in the house. What's up, Tommy?
Tommy. Tommy was on the news the other day.
Was he? What for?
Yeah, he was on the news, I believe, because there was like a program um that he was qualifying for that was like getting him a discount on home or something like that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He picked the skills.
Eric Gonzalez. That's Bravis Tagent or Bravis. Yeah, Bravis Tagent, the June bug. All right. Are we calling you Bravis?
You got me hooked on these games.
What, the peppers? Oh, the body armor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you on those
No, really,
peppers.
because I've been reading them like next to a lot of the other drinks, and I'm like, oh shit, these things are like really packed with a lot of really good stuff. So
Yeah, they
yeah.
are. I have one right here. It's like what is it? The potassium or the magnesium or something is just nuts how much is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the potassium, 860 milligrams in one of the small bottles. Yeah, when I'm sick or, you know, not feeling good, man, those get me right real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. 1,340 milligrams of potassium in this
The bigger ones, yep.
the bigger bottle, yeah.
Yeah, work
It's
today
pretty
just 'cause it
awesome.
was so hot. Yeah, I had two of those bottles in like an hour and it really gets you through it. What's up,
Hey, that
buddy?
guy's awesome. You know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to put him in a little travel jar and bring him to North versus South now.
Bringing them north for south. Okay.
Yeah, you got to bring him and let him go at North versus South, so it could be a bug that goes to a different city and maybe you know
Totally.
reproduces there. Yeah, haven't you heard of that place in well, it's not just one place, but in Japan, like it's a common thing for people to eat fruit and then they drive down the road and throw the seeds out the window. That way, fruit trees grow everywhere, and they
Oh,
do.
okay. That's cool.
But yeah, instead of like wasting the pit to your peach or your orange seeds or whatever, they let them dry up, drive down the road, throw them out on the side of the road, and you got fruit trees growing everywhere.
You go. Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, the last place we lived in, I did that with an apple I ate, and we ended up having a great apple tree after like 5 years or so. And it just when we bought here, it was just at the other place, it was just starting to fruit. And yeah, it wasn't until we visited that place, like, I don't know, maybe a couple years down the road, man, that thing was exploding. Yeah, I should take him to North versus South. A little Crusader. We got Alan Hodsey is in the house. Says someone needs to talk to Josh about the birds and the bees. Let's see. What are you referring to about this little guy repopulating out in like Bakersfield or something?
I
Shoot,
guess,
I
yeah.
think I'll take him down there just to enjoy North versus South, and if
I'm
he
wondering
wants to
where Alan
stay.
went with it. I'm wondering what where Alan went with it. What in the heck is
Yeah.
he talking about?
Yeah.
Doesn't he mean the birds and the June bugs? Literally not a bee, dude.
Dude, why is this
Hold
guy so
on.
cool? You're so cool. we have the super match list. I wonder if this guy likes peppers. I can't really like, I don't know. Can I open this without hurting you?
But
There we go.
yeah, of course.
If
Big
I do
ham
put him,
chicken.
if I do put him in a jar, what do you think June bugs eat? Hmm?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I would imagine they probably eat small bugs, soft body insects, I would imagine. Um,
This guy's been eating large bugs for sure.
yeah. My lizard eats those.
He does it?
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah. He eats those. He eats hornworms. Have you ever seen a hornworm or a tomato worm or a tobacco worm? Have you seen
Mhm.
them? He eats those, and then he also eats other lizards.
Mm. Are there lizards?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Um, my son started feeding him bluebellies like a year ago. And yeah, so once in a while, when my son catches a bluebelly outside, he'll bring him into the beardy and the beardy will eat it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mother
It's
Nature at
it's
its
totally
finest.
natural though. I mean, they're a carnivorous lizard. Like they prefer to eat meats and stuff.
So those little antennae or whatever, if I can get it to focus, they look like eyelashes. They're actually, yeah, separate little, let's see, like little hairs. You can kind of see. There we go. What's up, Mike Linder? Welcome to the
Hey,
Insect YouTube show where we talk all about insects.
those are great fish bait.
No, man.
Yeah, that too.
This is my buddy now. Ain't no fish eating this. Yeah, probably would be, huh? Thing would be like flying all around. Now he's like kind of like standing up like this, looking at me. That's crazy. So were you able to work things out on the team page to make sure you get over to us in Bakersfield?
I'm sure someone will reply and say they got a seat.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I know we talked a week ago and I was planning on coming, but or getting you in our little car, but I don't I don't even know how we're gonna fit what we have to,
No worries.
you know. But yeah, I'm sure you will because I'm pretty sure the people that were go on the team that are going the night before uh had room for an extra
Yeah,
person. And
yeah.
so this is a good time for us to tell people I'll like post it on the California arm wrestling page as well. But for weigh-ins, if you are coming the night before and you're staying at a B&B nearby or you want to drop by the B&B that we got, we're gonna have the scale with us. So
Yeah.
if you need to weigh in before the early weigh-ins or after, if you don't show up till after, but you still want to weigh in the night before and get a little food in your belly, just let us know. Just hit us up and we'll take care of it. Most all the competitors have been uh what read into where the B&B is and the event and everything like that. And we'll take care of everybody. After if you don't show up till after. Oh, what happened? Let's see. Stop to share for a second. Oh, is that what's happening? Okay, there we go.
So, Mike,
So, how you doing?
Did you just get off like a porno set or what?
Absolutely. I'd get out of the shower.
Fucking shit.
That's funny.
Dude got the hair slicked back and everything. Looks like
That's what I
Magnum
was gonna
PI's
say. Hair
brother.
slicked back, fucking. All right.
So,
Oh,
what about video? What about video, Kane? I mean, do you want to open up that for people? I know that some of the promotions do that, when people are traveling and stuff. Do you want to open up, video weigh-ins like Friday, and for the people that maybe can't make it or whatever, they can, on a video call or a Zoom call, they can weigh in right in front of you on the scale.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I mean, I've watched the biggest names in the business do it. You know what I mean, and let it be done at their promotions. So, um, I don't think it's out of the norm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay with it. The way I see it
So,
is,
like, if Linder wanted to video call and weigh in Friday morning and not have to stress about what time he's getting there to weigh in, he could do that.
yeah.
If you think it's okay.
Yeah, I think that's plenty fair because, yeah, if I know people can put on like a decent amount of weight if they were doing a huge water cut, but like, I think you can tell the difference between loading 10 pounds back on after weighing in versus like 20 or 30 or something like that. So if they're cheating, I feel like we're going to know when they show up looking like a super heavyweight when they weighed in as a welterweight or something. But yeah, I'm okay with that.
I put on
Yeah,
like 16 to 20 pounds after a water cut.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, you know what? It's very common. The more that I talk to people that cut, I feel like the average they put on after their weigh-in is about 12 to 15 pounds. The average, like from what I've heard across the board. Yeah,
That's nuts. That's nuts.
yeah.
I
At
put on
the
like 5
WSA
or
the other
6.
day when we were there was several people that weighed in to make the 205 class, and then by the time competition started, were walking around almost 230, like 226. Like they put on like 21 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah.
That's weird.
I
Well, I
know.
think it's especially weird for you, Mike, because you're a lightweight. I feel like us lightweights, I can picture that for, yeah, a 230 guy dropping to 205 because they put on weight quicker. But if you're a lightweight, you're more than likely a hard gainer. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm literally losing like 2 gallons of water and then putting it back.
okay. All right.
So is your walk around weight then is more in the 70s, right?
Well, I've tried to actually recently get it up to like, yeah, 176. Yeah. But normally it's
Yeah.
around 168 and then I drop down to 154.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That 54, like everywhere outside of this Golden State is 54s. Like it's a common
Yeah.
thing across the board. And 76s and 98s. Those are all common numbers outside. But
And then
yeah,
for a
that's
154
cool.
tournament though, I mean, my last one, I hit the scale in the morning before the tournament. I was 174 for a 154 tournament.
Jeez. That's crazy. So for Laray's deal in December, are you gonna try and make that 154? Or are you gonna see if you can skip up to the 176s?
Well, I'm going to see how I do this weekend.
Okay.
Dropping what is it going to be? Like 12 pounds.
Okay. Are you heavier right now than you typically are?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Getting them gains. Yeah, like I told you before, like it would be a lot more appropriate for me to be in the 154s for that event and you in the 176. I think you're gonna do a lot better. You would do a lot better than me in the 176s, I think. I think I'd have a lot better.
I
odds
think
at
how many? That's the thing, though. Like, right? So 76, the frame changes a little bit, right? And how many people at 54 have a fucking hand like Linder, like Mike?
Right.
Not me. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like where that comes in, and it's like, whoa, dude, who the hell is this? Like, yeah, dude. I mean, I think he can go shake some shit up a lot of places out there, especially 54. Like, that's like, now you're talking like, nationally competitive.
Right.
76, that's a whole different, now you got plenty of guys who are 6 something, this, that, big, long, all these different, things that you're dealing with,
Walkaround,
and that hand across the board might not be so freaky at 76. Like, not to take anything away from you, Mike's a beast, but I'm just saying, like at 54, that hand's like, what the heck? What's that guy doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people that are going to be in that 154, but like, I don't know. I think the ones that Mike could potentially have a struggle with, or there would be good enough competition for Mike, are in the 176s.
Is Joseph William in that 54? Is he in there?
I'm not sure if he is, but I know
The
a lot
Arizona
of the
number
guys
one.
that have
The kid
competed
from Arizona
154 are in the 176. Oh, Joseph Williams. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I don't know. He would be a good addition to add to it, but yeah, that guy's pretty strong. But I know, like, I think
Yeah, he's all strong.
Hunter Knopf's is doing the 176, I believe, for it. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys.
Roman.
Yeah, is Roman doing the 76 or the 54?
Well, last year he pulled 154.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Roman's no joke either. I mean, he's always right there in the top of the heap. Yeah.
This guy.
But that's so who's even on that? Is that that invitational, or is it the 30-man? Which one is it? It's the round robin?
It's not a
Invitational.
round robin, it's the invitational.
Okay.
But it is a 32-man bracket. Basically.
Okay.
Basically a
Okay.
tournament. Yeah.
So it's that one that's basically like a seeded tournament. I mean, all the guys that are there are asked to be there, and they're all in the same weight. You're going to guarantee to have at least 32 guys in your class that day.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great time. That's a great day.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I
Yeah.
really like Tennessee too. This is a part of Tennessee I haven't seen. I've been to Nashville, and I've been wanting to see more of like the mountainous countryside of Tennessee, and I think that's where this is gonna be. But yeah, I like all those dudes out there. It'll be fun to get back out there and pull with a lot of them. So yes, sir. This guy's gonna come to Tennessee too.
So that's in, wait, is that December?
Yeah.
Yeah. Casey's going to that as well. Casey's in the super heavyweight bracket there with Jerry Cataret, Wayne Withers. Yeah, he's in there with the big dogs.
Massive respect, Casey. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All
But
right.
I'm not going to have much time to drop weight from the World Series of Arm Wrestling to that December event, am I? Because the World Series is November 2nd or something?
Yeah,
November. The first week in November for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's at 176. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah. They're a month apart.
Well,
but you're doing the cut though. Yeah.
Because I mean, I have to get it to at least like under 170 to realistically cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
great. I wouldn't what's on the line at that invitational? Is it like a big payout? Is it
think
I
number
mean, I
one
know
is
it's the prestige of it,
$1,500,
but
1,500
okay,
bucks at least.
Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, that's a tough one to look at because you already know who's going to be at the World Series of Arm Wrestling in the finals. You know who was there, you know who's going to be there, with the addition of the guys from out of state who won their qualifiers, like that come. Um, yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to come into the WSA light.
No way.
Like I'd want to be yeah. But
That's why I
can
would
you? I mean, do you cut often enough where you could do that in a month
yeah,
comfortably, or would it be like real?
realistically, yes. I mean, I pulled a tournament that I found out the next day, and I cut 16 pounds in one night, and I mean, I was fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all
Okay.
it's all the way that you recover, the way that you recover your water. I mean, what I do, I eat a whole watermelon with salt before I even think about food, you know. Or,
Yeah, I'm looking at Dan
but I
Wardlow's.
mean, I guess I had a job that adapted me to losing a lot of water and getting it back like on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'm looking at Dan Wardlaw's comment. He was asking where the after party was, and I told him the B&B. And he's like, "That's a trip. Never known a B&B to allow a huge party. Pretty nice host." Um, yeah, if it's anything like last year, I don't think it's going to be a massive amount of people, and we're not like really I don't know. It ended up being pretty classy last year. But
Hey,
Josh,
don't say that. People want to come to a huge party. It was a huge party.
the
What are you
rager.
talking about?
It was a
It
rager.
was so raging.
There was a
No,
lot of
I
people.
see.
There was a
That's
lot
the
of
thing
people
is,
there.
it doesn't matter how many arm wrestlers you have. It still is the same. We still
It's a
had
stable.
tables out there. We had drinks and we had, hanging out, whatever. But we're still a bunch of arm wrestlers who are just respectful, chill people across the board for the most part. So that's why it didn't seem so crazy. But we had people falling on their head, remember?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, this particular one that we got. So the one last year was for up to I think it was allowing up to like 8 guests or something, and we pulled it off and did fine, like in a nice neighborhood. This one is one of the 16 plus guests, which is the maximum amount on Airbnb that you can do. And so it's pretty much like, yeah, you're having a family party or something like that. So but yeah, Josh and I are just going to be making sure everyone's respectful. We'll have trash bags out everywhere, and it doesn't even really matter. We didn't have to do any of that last year. Josh, you're right. The community is just pretty cool. But can we say what you okay, so for this year, we were definitely hoping after last year to find a big ranch or something like that, but there was some
Oh
discrepancies
yeah, no.
with that,
Next year we
especially
are.
last minute. But since
I
we're planning a year
definitely
ahead,
want to get that thing. Yeah, no, that's why. Um, yeah, if nothing else happens different next year, it will be renting out that Placia de Lel, whatever it was called, the Paradise. Like it's a pool with a floating pool that goes around the
Lazy
mansion.
River.
Drinks are, lazy river, yeah. Drinks are served right there for you. It's all part of the rental. Yeah, so like I want, like you just said, a rager. Like I really do. I really want everybody to come in their board shorts and have a great time and hang out and have a classy cocktail arm wrestling party. So yeah, like that's for sure. Like that's why I showed you that. And the way things have looked with, I'm probably gonna put the money down on that thing like coming up pretty soon in a month or something. and then that way it's just locked in. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, booking something like that a year in advance should be relatively easy. That was the weird thing about the ranches that we were looking at, even though we were doing it like a few months in advance. I think we were shopping like 3, 4 months ahead of time. And um yeah, it was like when I was shopping, we were shopping for about a month, and then it turned into like we had maybe at best 3 months before the event by the time we were ready to pick one. And the ranch that was still available that we landed on, they jacked their price up like just in that one
A
month.
ton.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot, unreasonably so.
Yeah.
And we were already on the fence about it. You know, the money is it's one thing. You know, we could make that happen if it was the only option. You know, one way or another. We got the community. You're all amazing, but yeah, it was a little far too. If you remember that, I think that particular one
Yeah.
was
It was like 30 minutes away
30 minutes
from
out.
the event, which we both kind of agreed that that was too far of a travel after everybody's been at a brewery all day arm wrestling, that they,
Yeah,
would probably end up heading home. So, but yeah, that's why we do this thing, and North vs. South 3 already starts to get worked on July 21st,
yeah,
right? Like Sunday, like exactly what we did last time. Like it was before and after the event that we came up with so many of these ideas that we're working on now.
right.
Whether it's the podcast, whether it's the different things, like, and so I feel like it'll come full circle. Same thing will happen. But yeah, I think we lock those type of things in now, and then we promote it as such, like an arm wrestling weekend. You know,
Yep.
and at a
That's what
place
I
like
wanted.
that, I mean,
I
how often have we seen something like that rented or where an event was thrown there? Because I've never seen it.
it would
Like that
yeah.
would be off the chain.
Yeah, I'd love to see enough there that like that it would be such a small population that wants to just like go up for the day and go back home, you know. Um it really should be I think to fully unite a community, unite a state, and maybe down the road broader, um, you really have to be able to facilitate the time before and after an event, to get everyone to know each other, pull, and shoot, network, to help do good works within the community and everything like that. Um, yeah, that's kind of the ideal thing. River Welch is in the chat. What's up, River? River is one of the finalists for the California sponsorship. He's one of the North finalists, one of the top fives that will be voted on live at the event when everybody registers, comes into register, felt the waiver and all that stuff. For their match, they're going to be given 2 cards to fill out one name on each. They're going to have 5 names to choose from the North, 5 names to choose from the South. They're going to write a name down who they think from each part of the state deserves the California sponsorship, and that those cards will go into a box during their registration process. And yeah, then we're gonna just tally them up at the end, and at the end of the event, uh, live, we're just gonna announce our 2 winners, one final winner from the North, one final winner from the South. They're gonna split the money in support to go travel out of state, out of the country if they want. And that all depends on how much we earn. The GoFundMe has, something helpful in there for them, but we're trying to generate a lot of money for them live. We're going to be doing raffles. Derek did some amazing works, getting some t-shirts signed from all the Lorette boys, however you want to call them, in Florida. He got Travis Bajent to sign some. He got what's his name, who just went against Matt Mask. Um just in Florida. He just won against Matt Mask.
Oh, Brad Grundy.
Grundy, yeah, he got Grundy. He's an up and comer, killing it. I I think he got Matt Mask to do it too. I don't know, but he just got a bunch of names on a few shirts, and he even got Brian Shaw during his last visit to Colorado to sign some shirts as well. So we're gonna be holding a bunch of raffles. You can purchase a raffle ticket, and the raffles will be done towards the end of the event, in which we'll draw some winners to win some shirts, and all the money's for the raffle tickets that people purchase. That's all going to go to the California sponsorship, and the 2 shirts that are left, we are going to, and that's just figuratively. I don't even know how many total shirts Derek has. We're gonna see, but it's gonna be mostly raffles, and whatever's left we'll auction off at the end of the event. So River, very, very hopeful that we'll get some good money generated for the California sponsorship. And on the South, I know Grace Bear is one of the 5 candidates. Kevin Agayo is one of them. The North, we've got Caleb Armbender. We got a few. It's going to be really cool. Your question, River, are the super matches starting with a certain weight class, or will the matches be randomly or random regardless of weight class? You want to field that, Josh? You want to repeat
The
that?
what?
So River Welch asks, are the super matches starting with a certain weight class, or will the matches be random regardless of weight class?
I mean, I don't really, I don't really know what that means. I mean, the round robin is what's starting everything, and that's 145. So yeah, I guess we're starting with the lightest guys.
Yeah.
The round robin will go through round one. They'll go through round two. They'll go through round three. They'll go through a few rounds of single pin matches. And then when they have their first intermission before the semifinals, we will do 5 super matches on the left arm. And then we
I think it's
will
6
go
now.
back to, okay, 6 matches.
Yeah, I think we made it 6.
And then we'll go back to the round robin in the semifinals. Those will be best of 3. After that, we'll have another intermission with some super matches, and then we'll have the finals, and then we will continue on to the right hand. So the left hand will go first, the right hand, but no, the weights are randomized. There'll be heavy guys, then light guys, then young guys, then old guys. Like you never know as far as that. Where we won't be going from lightest to heaviest or heaviest to lightest or anything like that. We have the super matches are quite mixed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what he's referring to is the list that I put out just before we went live. Because we have the list like this on the screen share right now that's organized by weight class. So I think he's wondering if we were gonna be organizing it that way in a particular order. Yeah, but they are totally mixed up. But yeah, I think the order is laid out pretty nice. The only thing that I did mention, yeah, is pretty much I think what you just said. That I mentioned in the post was that, yeah, I was starting with the round robin for round 1, and then we're gonna run that sporadically throughout it, but that we are starting with the left hand on the super matches and then the right. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I like that you wanted to do that, to just kind of like surprise everybody and call them out as if it was a tournament, call their names out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be way better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So
It
how you,
makes you have to it makes you have to be more engaged with what's going on
that's right. That's
because
right.
you have no idea when your name is coming. You will hear your name just like I did last year when a super match is being called up to the stage. I will call the next super match at the same time and let you know that you're on deck. I will do that much. But the best I can say is stay warm throughout the day.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, and enjoy everyone's matches. They're going to be great. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be really, really good. A lot of fun things in store for it. If there was ever an arm wrestling event that you went to just like watch and enjoy it, this is it. I mean, in my opinion, because the community has come together to do this together in the way they would want to celebrate arm wrestling, and this is kind of just the end result. Um, so there's gonna, just like last year, um, the score is gonna be on the board up on the wall, so everyone can watch the score as it accumulates between the
Thank
North
you,
and
Casey.
South. And the break counter. So there will be a clock for how much rest you get in between rounds. Um, and that just kind of keeps things moving, makes it possible to have this many super matches. And I think it's great. I think it's great. Honestly, I understand the whole rest time thing that people need, especially for like high level matches. Maybe I don't know. There's some high level matches here. I mostly see it making sense in a tournament, especially if you're pulling multiple classes. But there was something really cool about that 20-second rest allowance in between rounds last year. Um, it felt more like combat. There was just, when you have too much rest time, I believe there's such a thing as too much rest time, you know. Um, and it it cuts away not only the entertainment value, the energy going on in a match, but, and I know some people will argue that it opens the door to injury, the less time that you have. But we've got good refs, and I think for a good population of arm wrestlers, me being one of them, I don't want more than 20 seconds rest time. Like you know, I don't care if we go into a grinder in a round and I lose, like um if I got to go back up there, so do you, and it feels like a war. It feels like, you're actually in a war, a fight, and how it should be. These boxers and fighters that get more of, like, what's the current typical rest time? Like 1 or 2 minutes or something like that in a fight?
Yeah, I think it's 2 minutes.
Yeah. So look how long they're fighting, though. Look how long they're fighting in a round before they get sat down to rest for whatever that 2 minutes is or whatever. I know arm wrestling takes that a lot out of you, but I mean, for us, 30 seconds is a long ass match. That's a long ass round. But either way, I think that's
Well,
gonna.
see, that was one of the things that made it like to add on to what you're saying. Like last year, one of the things that made it so interesting was the short rest time and the kind of rapid fire way of doing it. You know what I mean? So it again, like variables now change a little bit, and there's different things that can happen because this guy might be more prepared to go every 20 seconds, and this guy might feel like he needs more rest or whatever it is. But I think that's one of the things that kind of makes this thing so different and weird. Is that fast? Keep getting up there.
Absolutely. Um, we should uh, we should talk rules. One thing that we're implementing that you don't see a lot is the position gain fouls. Let's see if I can pull up the rules post that I had. Let's see. Yeah, so it was Alan Fisher that talked to us about that, right? Last year? Or I think he talked to you and then you told me.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Josh, the position gained?
Well, I didn't know much about it except for that's what arm wrestling used to be, is position gain fouls. And last year, Alan told me, hey, you might want to start looking at position gain fouls. It's much better as a spectator to watch arm wrestling finish with a pin. And then, I started looking into it a lot. And yeah, I mean, pretty much across the board, when you use the position gain fouls system and you implement that, many more matches finish with a pin, and not with fouls. So position gain is just like what it sounds like. Any fouls that happen where your elbow might leave the pad or any of this that happens and you gain position on your opponent, that's a foul. If
Right.
you're arm wrestling and you guys are at 12 o'clock and your elbow bobbles or something, it's not going to get called and stop the match. We're not going to restart the match for something that wouldn't have changed the outcome of the match. So
Right.
that's what position gain is for. And we're trying to learn how to lean that way for this, so we can see how it works. And that is the whole main goal of this, is to have fun and it be entertaining. So we definitely don't want the new audience, the people who are watching it at Crusader for the first time, or Bailey's, average patrons that are coming in. We don't want people to be confused and not know what's going on. And people aren't confused when a guy knocks somebody out. People aren't confused when you get pinned. But people do get confused when matches get stopped and restarted and stopped again and restarted and all this. So if we can eliminate that a little bit and let these wars finish with a pin, then that's what we're hoping to do.
Yep. One other thing that was in common with arm wrestling back when they were running rule sets more like that was the funding behind them. There was your Yukon Jacks and a lot of events where it was a lot easier to get spectatorship and funding behind them. They did have ESPN back then as well, covering events like that, which I know has changed because of a lot of the media platforms that are now out. But that the long and the short of it is there's more viewership out there. It's dispersed among other accessible platforms, but they're still all accessible to people. So if you really think about it, the underlying issue is, has it become less entertaining, and less, uh, even like put the entertainment aside, for a spectator that doesn't understand arm wrestling, exactly what you just said is the 100% truth. It looks more confusing. It's hard to understand. Like, to a spectator, all they see is somebody that's, stronger or better or pinned somebody, but they just lost. They just, fouled out for some reason. And they're like, wait, what happened? Okay, this is stupid. I'm gonna watch something else, you know. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at it, I think. And we
That's
wanna
why we're doing that set grip as well.
yeah. No messing around.
Yeah, adopting they're trying to use that because of the amount of time that it takes away. And again, from the average viewer, now they don't have to see all of the, different stuff going on and waiting for a match to go. Um, you'll be palm to palm. You'll be asked if you want a cap or no cap. You'll close your thumbs. You'll close your hands. Ready, go. Simple. We can eliminate a lot of the stuff and make the match look more consistent in the way they start and finish.
Right. Yeah. Easy peasy. Yep. And yeah, so three foul system, no warnings. Had a lot of questions when we released this. And one interesting question was about straps. Do all slips go to the straps? And we agreed, no. No, they don't. That's another one. It's really tough. And I'll be honest with you, at the last North versus South, like, and just other events, like there was one slip I had from Jeff Ray that would have been questionable based on our rule sets with straps this year that we're doing. Like I probably would have lost a round with him on that. But so what we agreed on was that if it's palm up slip in the losing position between the top of the peg and the pin pad, it's a loss. And I think that's pretty easy to read. It's yes, it's more for the refs. Yes, it would be easier for the refs if they see a slip and a hand does not hit the pin pad first, to just send it straight to the strap. But again, it's another way to keep matches going when it was obviously a dominating win for one person, and it just shouldn't be that way. Like getting all these restarts and slippery ways to get out of something is it's one thing to slip when you're in the match, and I feel like to do it legally in a pronated close hand position. But yeah, definitely dig that. I haven't really heard anybody take issue with these when we put it out, so that was nice, because these aren't very common rules, I feel like, that's being done. I did have a few people message me asking even what a set grip is, in comparison to a ref's grip and stuff like that. So it is different, but so because all I'm saying is because it's different, I was expecting we'd put out the rule set and we'd get blown up with like, oh, this is not right. This is not right. We can't do this, but not. I don't know. Did you get any messages with complaints about it?
No
You
way.
didn't?
No
There you
way.
go. There you go.
No. Why? Why?
Yeah. Yeah. I,
Why?
I expected it just because the commonality in the world that when something different is done, there's going to be a lot of people, just because people aren't used to it, that there'd be issue with it. But no, everyone was pretty cool. Benjimac in the house.
Yeah. No.
Oh, the
I
druid.
haven't seen any I haven't seen any negative comments or anybody being upset about it or anything. And no, the reason I'm saying why, it's like, I mean, well, it's like you don't go to any sport for that matter or any competition or anything you sign up for and say, well, hey, can we change the rules? Like, the rules are the rules, whatever, wherever you go, and, so that's kind of the way I look at it. And we're just trying something to see how it works and last year nobody had a problem with the way that things were ran, and it was quite different rule set last year. So yeah, we're just adding to it. I mean, a lot of things are pretty similar to last year.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I know that Bravis Tagent told me that he likes it. I think it's a he. I don't know. I can't really tell. The Drew says, who's going to win this next North versus South? The Drew thinks it's going to be the South that wins it.
Is that what you think? Where? Let me ask you a question. Where does the Drew live?
I think the Drew's out there in the Vegas area. Or
oh, then no, doesn't even count. Get out of here! Get out of here!
I
The
bet
North is
if he
winning
was
this
in like
year.
northern
And
Nevada, he'd be on your side. But yeah, if he drives a straight shot out, he's over here with the Southern boys.
Here's the cold part. The North is gonna win this year.
Okay.
And that's just that. I mean, that's just that. That's just that.
Okay. The Drew says he's from SoCal. So you're just not
Well,
there
there you go.
now? He says so you can stuff it.
Hey, I'll stuff it. Now he's from SoCal. He can say something. It's all right.
You're not still in SoCal, right? The Drew?
Hey, that's where I went to high school down there, in Point Loma in San Diego.
Oh, okay. Yeah, San Diego's a cool town. What else we got, guys? What else? How you feeling, Mike? You feeling ready to come in and just dominate? When is your mic on, though?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't feel like losing.
I don't feel like losing.
Did you pull very hard this last Sunday?
Pretty hard. Not for a long time, though.
Okay. All right. So are you one of those guys where you kind of need a little bit of maintenance work all the way up to the event, or do you take a good rest?
I usually rest.
Okay.
Okay. It's okay.
Still figuring that part out. But I mean, even for you off the table, it's mostly just like band work and lightweight, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, my band work, I think, is probably different than a lot of other people's. I kind of use the band to go full 100%.
Okay. Yeah, there's kind of a newer guy who's definitely like a bodybuilder and stuff, and he was asking so I guess there was some inner elbow pain, and was asking what good wrist exercise would be when you still have inner elbow. What would you do, Mike, if you had some inner elbow pain from training, but you still wanted to get some wrist work in the gym or something like that?
I maybe would do wrist, huh? Like cupping.
Yeah.
I really don't train that stuff.
You don't?
Really, no. Mostly all I'm training is like the keeping my hand close to my face, like this one, like this.
Okay.
And I train just pronation.
Okay. So pretty much rise and pronation, sounds like.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess it's your forearm, the one that like keeps, like this close to here. Like,
Yeah,
so
brachialis.
I'll
Yeah.
put a band around the back of my hand, like right here, and then pull
Okay.
this way on it.
Right, 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 right. Okay.
But I mean, I'm not a big guy for training in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my answer was pretty much the same thing, cupping, but through the palm with your
Yeah,
handle, something hinged low. I feel like if you're having trouble with your inner elbow here, you kind of want to stay away from the finger flexors and the neutral position. If you're doing cupping, especially with these bottom two fingers, and that
yeah,
runs this
and
down
if
here.
something hurts, there's a lot of different muscle groups that you're going to use for arm wrestling that you could train instead of doing something that hurts.
Sure, sure, sure. What I find if there's any pain, um, up in the arm, be it the brachialis or the elbow or anything like that, I just I trash my wrists and like everything just with bands, just light bands,
Yeah,
because then
yeah,
you're like I feel like all, especially all these small articulation areas, they're small. Like they don't need much like to
no,
get good work. And then you can still get good work with those, but you're getting the blood flow to everything else. But yeah, I've been bad though. I haven't been training much off the table. I think you and I've been keeping consistent on the table at practice, a lot of table time. But outside of that, it's just been all work for me. I haven't even been good. Like I'm okay with that, but I feel like I'm a little disappointed in myself. I haven't been doing enough band and recovery stuff. Usually, like
yeah,
that's my jam after our Sunday practices or drill night or whatever. Even if we're watching TV, just getting that band to a banister and just holding it and just sit there and watch TV like this.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
it really helps. It's just one of those things, just like I don't know, anything, Jim. You don't notice like instant if you're just trying to get quicker recovery from the lightweight stuff, you don't notice anything instantaneous like how you don't like finish doing 100 reps of a movement lightweight and be like, oh, I feel so much better. Like
Yeah,
it's more like oh, this week I felt better in 3 days versus like a week or something like that. But I don't know. That might not be true because sometimes when you do get the blood flow going, I don't know if it's just masking the pain or not, but sometimes you do feel like a little better.
sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. Yeah. Like even in like the beginning of practice, if I do have like a little pain anywhere, like it goes away.
Yeah, yeah. Have you also noticed where like you'll notice a lot more of your arm wrestling pains just in your like life, like labor work or something? Like I'll lift
Um,
something weird or whatever, and I'm like, dude, like my wrist, like it hurts like right here or here. Like
some
every time I
weird.
try and lift anything, but then you go and you arm wrestle and you're like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Like it's weird. Like
it is
uh,
weird.
yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like I think it's just the conditioning thing. Like you are like, tearing things up a little bit, but you're conditioned in a way where you're fine. Like everything is conditioned, all the tendons and muscles to be healthy in arm wrestling, but everything that is not, or is damaged or whatever relates
Yeah,
more to non-arm wrestling.
yeah. I'm dealing with like it's not it'd be the bottom of this elbow, like down here in the front, pain. Like I've started doing like the JM presses. I can only do like probably 30 pounds.
Okay. That's interesting. That's kind of more of like a sort of a tricep thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's kind of like where that tricep connection passes through.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, I've had that before, but you're not much of a presser.
No, I
It
don't
might
know
have been
how
a
even how I
stabilizing thing.
I don't know how I heard it even.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't bother me because that's not the way I pull, you know.
Right. Right. There you go. There you go. But it's also proof of why they say to exercise the opposite side
Absolutely, for
as
sure.
a stabilizer and keeps things balanced.
And what like I guess because when you know where you train you contract, and then when you release like the downward, like the let go, I always make sure I do that slow.
Oh, right.
I never let go fast, you know.
Yeah. 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 The longer you arm wrestle and train, like, I feel like, yeah, the smarter you get at making it more productive.
Absolutely.
The Drew says that he was born east of LA, moved to Vegas in 1989. 1989 was a pretty cool year. 1986 to 1989. I remember those were cool years. Benjimac says, any sneak peek of the athlete shirts or the shirts for sale? How many are for sale? There's a raffle. How much? Very cool stuff. So, in terms of the athlete shirts, what say you,
So I
Josh?
sent them to you.
You did. Do you want me to share them? Or do you want it to be a surprise?
No, you can share them. I mean, if you want, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. Those shirts are freaking cool. I think you shared it to me on text, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. How do you work this thing? Well, damn it. Yeah, and Benji, in terms of the shirts for raffle, yeah, I think I could maybe pull. They're basically the white Alpha Empire tanks are signed. Um, so yeah, I'd have to pull up the message from Derek to see exactly who signed them. But when he was in Florida, he had, I believe, four shirts that I think he signed two, Derek did, but the a bunch of like really cool top level arm wrestlers and up and comers signed the crap out of. And then there's a few more that he took with him to Colorado to have signed by Brian Shaw. So yeah, we want as much as possible to, I don't know how to scroll this up on Messenger on this damn computer. I'm not used to doing that. Let me see, I'll do this a different way. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Josh, yeah, we're thinking like $20 per raffle ticket for those shirts, right? What do you guys think in the chat? Is that too much for one of a kind shirts that have like all of the Lorettes, the Lorette boys, signed to Devin and his sons, Brad Grundy, Travis Bajent, I think he said Matt Mask. Before I pull up any pictures, let me let me see if I can get the exact names. Here we go. Yeah, the three Lorette boys, Matt Mask, Chance Shaw, Brad Grundy, and Travis Bajent, all signed four shirts. So all of their signatures, from what I understand, are on each shirt. So we'd be raffling those, and one of them would be auctioned. And then the other shirts, he said, yeah, I realized I had the tank tops at my house that were signed, guys in Florida. So yeah, an idea. Yeah, he had he had Brian Shaw do some shirts. That's him signing some of them. And now let me look for the North versus South shirts. Yeah, I think you texted them to me, Josh, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and we're bringing an inflatable pool to the after party. Because this one, the only decent size place that we were able to get last minute, right near the event, did not have a pool. It's a beautiful place with great air conditioning. But yeah, we're gonna rock that sucker. Let's see. Maybe you sent it to me on Messenger. Let's see. Can you believe this sucker is still hanging out? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, there's no way I'm leaving this guy in Bakersfield, Josh. I don't know. This is going to be a permanent fixture of our
He's a spy for
family.
the North.
Are
He's hanging around so he can learn all your
you a
secrets.
robot? Are you a robot? Oh, dude, it's got like some little hairs in its mouth that it's doing something with. I wish I could get this to
Ooh.
focus better so you could see a lot of the cool stuff that I'm seeing. So neat.
Yeah, that one that you have in your hand is actually a specific type of June bug. You know, the scarab beetle is actually a June bug too. This one is called a
Oh,
10
okay.
line June bug or watermelon June bug because it kind of looks like a watermelon shell.
Are the scarab June bugs ones that are like common in Asia?
Yeah, they're metallic green, right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
beetle that you have in your hand is part of the Scarabus family. It's a scarab itself.
Can you just, do you have the shirts accessible to you? Just retext it to me.
Yeah.
Pull them up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me do it.
And so Benji, the colors are really cool. So it's Josh, it's red for the north, right? And blue for the south. And Bridget did them like they're kind of like dulled down a little bit, so it's not like that cheesy, like cheap looking bright blue and red. Very similar to like for at least for the blue, very similar to the Alpha Empire blue that we have. You know, it's sharp, but it's not like that, like blue. Yeah, it's really cool that yeah, the shirts is a huge aspect of this. I feel like that just makes it so cool. Everyone's gonna know who's who. Um, yeah, this is just a June bug, Benji. Um, yeah, I thought it was a moth when I saw it flying around because it has like pretty big little wings or whatever. And the thing just flew through the window and ran into me like a golf ball or something. And yeah, let me just kind of pick it up and it's been hanging out ever since. I don't think it's hurt. Like every now and then it kind of like lets its wings out a little bit and then tucks them back in. Eric Linville in the house says can't wait for this
There you
week.
go.
Oh, you sent it? Jacob
I
Bardron
just
in the
I
house.
just sent you the South one. Yeah, just so the South guys could see what their shirt looks like. I mean, ours is the same except for it's red.
Did you text it to me or Messenger?
on Messenger or Instagram or something.
Okay, sorry.
I see Mike laughing. Hey, bro, I'm not all tech savvy, dude. Like a lot of I'm still Oregon Trail, bro. I'm still floppy disking.
Me too, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I trip out about all this stuff, man. Half the time, like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I sent emails to you and all this," and I'm like, "All right, cool. That's about as far as it gets for me, man. Don't start asking about all the files and this. No, wrong guy."
And before I show these, Josh, are these the finalized versions here?
And unless Bridget surprises us with something, I mean, I basically, um, you know, told Bridget, "Thank you, you're amazing. Run with what what you like." We kind of just talked about a basic idea, and she came up with all this on her own. So whether this is exactly what they'll look like or something similar, I gave Bridget free reign. Her and Derek were awesome for helping to make these shirts. So shout out to the AW Switch.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah, when I really blow them up here on my laptop.
Can you see them? Well, no.
Yeah, they look even better now that I can like see them blown up. The color is just perfect. Okay, here we go. Let me share this. Boom. Yeah, those are sharp.
Yeah,
Super sharp. And
clean, concise, to the point. All of the sponsors on the back of the shirt.
get it to zoom.
We got Jamie Sheldon on there with Natfit, Dallas Langston and his solar company, and several of the teams that'll be in attendance as well that were awesome enough to want to be part of the sponsorship program. And so their logos will forever be represented as part of this event, which is really cool. That's what it's all about. Like that picture right there sums it all up. That banner brings NorCal and SoCal together and all these different teams together.
Yeah, hosted by Crusader. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, they're perfect. Perfect. Yeah, this is great. And that's how everyone's gonna know in attendance. Who's who, which side of the state you're on, going against each other, and in the documentary, it's gonna look really good. It's gonna look great.
We're also going to make it to where the seating
Yeah,
is divided. And the North has to sit on one side, and so does the South.
that's right.
Ooh. Don't find yourself in the middle somewhere. You might get potatoes thrown at you.
Yeah, it's so cool. It reminds me of like a football game or a basketball game. You got everybody on one side of the other cheering. It's gonna be perfect. Gonna be perfect.
Yeah. It's gonna be super neat.
Benji says super dope. Props to Bridget for the design and making shirts. Oh, so Benji said 10 lined June Beetle. Is that
Yeah.
the species? 10 lined?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. It's called the 10-line beetle or the watermelon beetle because his shell looks similar to a watermelon rind. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the regular June Beetle is like the color of what we, would classify as a scarab. It's like that neon, not neon, but like a metallic green, greenish blue.
What's up? What's up, arm
Mhm.
wrestling community? Ah,
He looks pretty cool though.
he just nodded yes. I am cool. Yes. Yes, sir.
Is the North going to win? He nodded yes. I seen him.
No, he turned his head to the side. Now just turn it back to the other side.
Did he? Oh shoot!
This is the new Magic 8 Ball. Come on, buddy.
It is, huh?
You're a South bug.
South Bug. Well, here, you bring him to North versus South. I'll
This is our
bring
mascot.
a 10 line June Bug from Fresno and we'll put him in a jar when we get there. We'll see who prevails. We will see. We will see who prevails.
They're gonna just end up doing the nasty, and they're gonna end up making Central California.
Yeah, they might. They might. I don't know. That bug right there looks pretty dainty, bro, compared to the one we got out here. That might be like a lactose-free beetle right there.
No, man, it's lifting its arm up like, let me at him. I will pin that North June bug. Yep. I think this one's a presser.
I know I got someone. It might be. Yeah, look at him lifting up his arm. That's pretty dope. That's cool that he's just chilling on you the whole time like that.
Eric Linville says it looks like a big sunflower seed to me. Let's see. Yeah, you're not getting anywhere near my little mascot, Eric. Oh, I see what
Eric
he's.
will stomp on him.
Yeah, you better not, man. Like
Eric will show you his banana beetles.
I think it has like a little see if the guitar string can help him out. It has
Something's caught in his mouth.
yeah, that hair that I couldn't get to show you guys. It's like trying to pull it out.
That's probably why he's chilling. It's probably like wrapped around him or something where he
It's
can't
just a
get around.
little, it's not obstructing the wings or anything.
It's so interesting that he's just like chilling and not trying to fly around. I'm glad we could have a whole show about a June bug.
I know, this is like the worst arm wrestling
That's
show
how
that's
you know.
ever existed.
That's how you know. We have a whole show dedicated to the June bug.
You don't have tweezers that drew ass. It, like does not want me to touch it. I honestly I don't yeah, I don't think it's in its way at all. Sometimes
Are
when
you going to
bugs
take that in
are
the
at
house with
the
you?
end of their lives, they just chill out. I think that's dogs, the Drew. Are you sure that is true with insects? Am I gonna take it in the house? I'm thinking about it. My cats will like eat this so fast though. Like I have one cat
I
that
wonder, would Malia have the same reaction as you? Would she be okay with the June bug coming in?
I think she would think it's cute. Yeah. She would like its little eyelashes. Yeah. See, it's got them spread out a little bit right now. See, there, it's like a little fan.
Yeah, the thing looks pretty cool, actually. Seems like that's the best view I've ever got of one of those things.
Borneo man says, wait, this is an arm wrestling showcase. Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end here. We're at the end of our ropes.
Yeah,
All right, man. Is there anything
I
else
don't
you
even
got?
know what we're doing anymore.
Yeah, I really don't know either. Dude, y'all need to understand. Josh and I have been up till like 2 a.m. So many nights, like whiteboarding stuff for his working hard and um so yeah, I think we're pretty much delirious.
Yeah, my wife literally asked me, she goes, "Do you guys do a podcast every night now?" And I was like, no, that's just me and Kane on Zoom so we could see each other and do the whiteboard and different stuff. And yeah, several nights till 2 in the morning, man, just sitting here hashing it out. But you know what? Um, hopefully it all pays off. I think this weekend's gonna be really fun for everybody. So
Yeah. Yeah, broad
yeah,
strokes.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
we're not just thinking about
Cannot
this
wait.
tomorrow, we're thinking way down the road. And yeah, it's great. Anybody that thinks, what we take trying to put together the matches for everybody lightly and everything. Yeah, we're screen sharing back and forth each night, trying to deal with, our best with, 10 different match conflictions or losing one person or gaining one. Speaking of which, before we drop out, we had what was it? Shane Rojas was
Shane Roses, yeah.
yeah, he
And
commented.
uh
He's down for
we
an
had
after
a
party
match for
match.
him. Yeah, cool. And if he is like, there's a couple people I can put him with. The thing is that yeah, he had a match like a while back, and then one guy flaked out, and then it was okay. Well, I can put you against this guy, and then he flaked out, and so Shane just happened to be one of those guys who, is in that little weird mix up of trying to, find somebody. But,
That sticks.
um, yeah, it's not always the case, but sometimes it is the case when you're left with slim pickings. And that might be, part of what it is. But
You know what
if
I
he's
think it
down
is?
for after party,
What I think it is, it's the North versus South thing. It's tough. If we could have people match up with anybody, anytime we've had this confliction where we might have it hard for somebody to stick, like I could set them up with people, say it's a South guy, I could set them up with a bunch of South people, but that's not the case. It has to be versus a North person. And
yeah.
especially once you start having enough matches booked, it really is hard to make that work. You're
Yeah.
dealing with levels, you're dealing with weight class, and then you're dealing with region that all have to come
Oh,
together.
dude, my son was so upset, bro. I don't
Evan?
even know. He must have been watching yeah, he must have been watching the show or something. But he goes, "Dad, my match don't count for a point." And I was like, "Well,
Oh,
you guys are both from the north, son." And he was just bummed because that was like his whole deal. Like he was like,
oh, really?
I want to win a point for us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, sorry, buddy, but that's kind of the tough part, and getting more kids is getting exciting because hopefully we can start bridging that gap too for these young guys that want to pull all the time.
Well, I want Evan to know that, he can take it as a compliment because when we are, again, limited to that North versus South thing, we don't have a kid in his age group that could give him anything, you know. He's good. And for his age, he's really good. So it's a good problem to have, Evan. It's a good problem to have. But honestly, he's gonna have a good time because in my opinion, just like the round robin, just like our ladies matches, it's a headliner match. Him and Elijah Ray, that's gonna be one of the headlines of the whole event, in my opinion. And we all know Evan.
Mhm.
A lot of us are, I think, meeting Elijah Ray for the first time. But we all know his dad, Jeff Ray. So it's gonna be a freaking fire match. It's gonna be so cool to see. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely. I feel the same way. It's exciting this year. Evan's gonna stay and hang out at the after party and all that, so he can. I mean, he's gonna be pulling everybody nonstop and asking a million questions like always. So if
Yeah.
anybody's getting sleepy, trust me, Evan will keep you awake.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Meeting Evan and hanging out with him at North versus South 1. And that is a massive mosquito. Man, this is cool. So yeah, meeting him,
That's not a mosquito. That is not a mosquito. Mosquitoes are not big. That's a mosquito hawk.
what you don't even see it.
I don't
Okay,
have to. With you saying that's a big mosquito, it makes me know that
because
you're
I
one
already
of the
got this
people that
one
sees
wrong.
mosquito hawks and thinks that they're mosquitoes. Yeah.
So Borneo Man says that this is a lamelicorn beetle. Maybe that's the scientific name for watermelon beetle. Does look like a
Yeah, I
watermelon.
don't have no idea.
Okay,
I
but I'm
have
gonna
no
finish
idea what
my
that
thought.
is.
Evan restored my faith in this sport when I met him, because to actually see not just a human, but a kid, like a kid that hyped about the sport, not like to arm wrestle. He went up to every arm wrestler in that competition and was just like, who do you think would win in this match? Do you think you could beat this person? Do you think you could beat that person? What did you think about Devin versus this? Like, it's like, heck yeah. That's like that tells you yes. There's some because I don't want just arm wrestling fans to exist in the world. They got to be kids. They got to, if there's kids out there that are arm wrestling fans and they know the names and all the ins and outs, man. Yeah. Yeah. He's just got to spread that like wildfire because I mean, he is your son, so of course he's going to be all about it. But he's got to get
Yeah.
all his normie friends just to be just like him.
Dude, at the state championship, like not this last one, but the one before that, he walked around that whole thing, right? And he was like asking, all the guys, like all of our regular friends, like, hey, can I get your autograph? Will you sign this belt for me? Hey, will you, this and that? And I had so many people afterwards tell me, hey, bro, do you know how cool your son made me feel when he came up and asked for my
Yeah,
autograph? I
man.
was like, oh, that's what's up. But he has like the personal record belt from Larry Wheels, the whatever, and it's signed by literally everybody. Ole, Bill Collins, Larry Wheels, Larry's mom. I'm sure you might have signed it.
I
Like,
did, yeah.
everybody's name is on there. It's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
But
cool.
heck yeah,
There was a couple
I'm
kids
pumped
out
about that.
there asking for signatures and stuff like that. That was so cool. It was just different. It
Yeah.
was different.
It was awesome.
Super electric.
It was awesome. Scott Wynn, you know, it's so cool when you get to see people just like who they are outside of the competition mode or whatever. And Scott Wynn saw that Dan Wardlaw had gave Evan a medal, right? And was like, here, I want you to have this, you know, this and that, keep it forever. And when you get older, you know, you got to give me one back, right? And whatever,
Ah,
right? Well, Scott Wynn saw that, and Eric Gonzalez was there with us, and his boy was with Evan. They were running around together. Well, Scott Wynn was like, boom, took off his gold medal that he had just won at the UAL and then handed it to Eric's son and was like, here, take this, young man. I was like, dude, that's so cool.
that is
It is
cool.
so cool.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I
Like,
love
he's like,
that.
I got a million of these medals. I got a million awards. He goes, to see how happy them kids were about it. He goes, I'll give it away any day. And I was like, that's awesome. Man, super awesome. Our community is great, dude. It's like the best place uh, to raise children.
Yeah,
It's such a good, humble, loyal community with morals. I think it's really good for kids. And you get
definitely.
just enough of that, just enough of the hardness, you know, by the competition and all the, you know, working out and stuff, just enough of that. So it's cool. You want to say hi? Huh? I'm scared to say it, bro. You're getting chunky, bro. You're getting chunky, bro. Look, Kane has a huge gym bug on his hand. See?
Is it his pet?
It is
Oh, is that
now. It's been
Evan?
on
What's
his
up,
hand
Evan?
the whole show. Come say hi. Come on, come say hi. Come on. You scared of the camera? You're scared of the camera. How are you gonna have an arm wrestling match? There's gonna be like 4 cameras in your face. North versus South, it's a big stage this year, man. I'm telling you, there's gonna be lights flashing. Come on,
I
come say
feel
hi.
I feel you, Evan. You're a superstar out in the world in the event and everything. Cameras are weird though. Cameras are weird. They're weird, huh?
Yeah, he's totally not into it. He's just standing off to the side smiling.
Cameras are super weird.
Man. It's
Benjimac.
crazy too, because when
Yeah.
you meet him in person, you're like,
Yeah.
"What?
He's
You
like,
were shy on camera?"
yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, he's got one of the biggest personalities I've ever seen for sure. Without a doubt. I want Evan to name this little guy. What do we name him, Evan? Or is it a her?
The June bug. He said, "How about you call him Sour Patch?"
Sour Patch. All right. We're going with it. Sour Patch it is. Your name is officially Sour Patch.
There you go.
And no June bugs from the north are going to eat you, Sour Patch.
Oh, they're gonna get him.
No.
They're gonna get him. I'm gonna bring a blue jay, and he's gonna think because the blue jay's blue that he's for the south, so he's gonna walk right by him, and the blue jay's gonna grab his ass. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that but look, he's too soft. He's too soft. The June bugs out here would have already gave you like 3 uppercuts and a left hook. He would have headbutted you.
They'll hiss at you. After that, I caught two big
I know that's what I was telling him that they hiss, but his little guy right here won't hiss at all. It ain't making no noise.
I caught two big ones earlier like, in the pool, like two huge ones, and they were hissing at me when I picked them up.
Yeah.
And they'll grip on my fingers and like feel like something, like they'll lash on my fingers like this.
Yeah.
No, Josh, this little guy is just enlightened. It just knows how to harness its energy. See, it's just saving it all up right now for the north. Yep. See, your north
Wow.
June bug is just burning itself out, just trying to run into walls and smack you in the face a little bit. But when this one's
That is
ready,
true.
it's just gonna eat that sucker. It's just gonna smack it one time.
You know, I believe it only because this. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that little guy right there, if he was over here chilling, I wouldn't even mess with him. But
Yeah.
the June bugs out here, because they're on attack mode, like my defense is, oh yeah, well my bearded dragon's hungry, punk, and then I grab him and throw him in the tank, and then, it's like, haha, what's all that stuff you was saying? Yeah. Hey, I'm a bully when the opponent's as big as the June bug.
Benjimac says that he says ready for some after party debs, Josh.
1,000%, dude. He has the coolest contraption ever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. And Borneo Man says, what do you say? I've never heard of North versus South. Is that new? So wait, this is your
No,
first
it's actually it's been since the Civil War, buddy.
Yeah.
North versus South is a long-standing rivalry that's happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just bringing it back. We're celebrating that shit.
That's right.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is like number 140 uh uh the 140th year anniversary of North versus South.
Wasn't the South more red and then the blue North?
100%. You are exactly right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we decided to switch that up.
I'm kind of glad you did. I was hoping we'd be on the blue team.
Well, the reason why, I'll be honest with you, like when we were getting everything together, we were going to make it that way specifically because of what Mike just said. Because the Civil War, the blue was the North and the red was the South, right? And so we were going to do that until we looked at how it laid out on the medals, and it was blue, white, red, and we were like, well, wait a minute. We got to switch it up so it's red, white, blue. That was the only reason. That's the only reason, because it sat that way on the medal perfectly. North versus South, red, white, blue. So, yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Look.
Oh, that's your bearded lizard?
Yeah.
That is mine. It's mine, bro.
Heck yeah. All right, bearded lizard. I want you to eat all of the North June bugs. Eat all of the northern June bugs.
He's gonna save him for the South in his tummy. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw them up.
I want him to make the June bugs' lives so difficult that only one survives, and it's just a monster of a June bug, because that bearded lizard has made life so difficult that this June bug gets so big and strong and comes out like a super heavyweight. My little welterweight is gonna eat every inch of your super heavyweight, and the glory will be monumental. Yeah, good to have you in here.
His bearded dragon just turned vegan.
So Borneo man, if I don't know if you were making a joke, but if you really don't know about North versus South, yeah, it is relatively new. It was last year that the first one came out. And if you want to check it out, go to Armtube. That's Nick Postel's channel. He's got great videos. And go to Benjimac's channel. They both have different types of footage from last year's event. And yeah, you can kind of see how the vibe was. It's basically out of Northern California. There's and Southern California, they go against each other with a bunch of super matches. Last year it was what, 58 super matches,
58.
Josh?
Yeah,
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 50
58.
super matches. And there's a scoreboard on the wall and everything, keeping tally of which side won their super match. And this last year, the South barely won. There was a couple times it came really close, but we ended up winning, and we took home what was called the California Cup. So this year, the North is out for revenge. And a lot of new surprises for this one. There's gonna be a documentary for it.
Did Derek or any of you South guys already put the plaque on the side of the trophy that says, 2023 SoCal?
Well, shoot, I have no idea. I didn't know that was even a thing that was going to happen. So wait, plaque on the side.
Yeah.
What?
So on the side of the trophy, right, there's little placards or whatever you want to call them that are on there, and it's for every year that it gets passed back and forth, like you get it engraved with that year in your name. But it's no problem. Like this year when we put North 2024, I'll also put South 2023 for last year for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to win again though, right?
I mean, look. It's a possibility that both sides win.
A possibility. Oh, because right now it's 44 matches.
We have 42 matches, right?
44.
44. So it literally could be 22-22.
So we need a 45th match then. Is that our Shane Rojas? The guy said he would fly out for an after party match. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I don't know where he's flying out from. Shane Rojas. Maybe he just doesn't want to drive 3 hours. Maybe is he a San Diego guy?
Yeah.
So he just wants to be, for him, that would be like a 4.5, 5 hour drive. So I get that. But he's 185. He's an amateur, but I think he won first place or close to it at the WSA qualifier.
Okay.
So who at 185 from the North would be right for him?
I don't know.
Oh, I know Robbie hit me up offering for a left-handed match too. So, no matter what, we'll get Shane a match in the after party, but to like one way or another, I'm saying we'll get a match. But to me, I guess it's whatever makes most sense to not be a blowout match. So Robbie's like a what, 220 guy, right? Something right around there.
Match, make mine count.
Evan said for the 45th match, make his count.
Make his count. Well, are we gonna pick a side?
Oh, I already.
Which
Hey,
so who's higher, Jeff or you in the state? You're
me,
higher than Jeff?
me.
Okay, so Elijah Ray would have to represent the South. Okay.
It's not fair to do that.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
No, I'm just being honest. It's not fair to do that to like, especially if it did come back down to a sudden death thing. I think if it came down to a sudden death thing, um, if it comes down to a sudden death thing, we should take.
How about the hosts, the commentators?
Oh, the North
No,
doesn't want
fuck
that.
no,
The North does not
no,
want that.
never, no, no freaking way, dude. Not
Let's do
happening.
it.
No.
Let's do it.
Then they would
Now,
really,
now,
really have
now,
to
if Derek wants to go king of the table against every single winner on the right hand, we'll do that. Um, no, I feel like either we make a rule where it's sudden death, or we make a rule where, in the case that it was a tie, that the current champion holds on to the trophy. Meaning you would have to at least beat him by, uh, 2 matches. So that plays into your guys' favor, right? But we could do it that way, or we could do it sudden death, and I'm fine with either one.
Okay.
If we do it sudden death, it's going to have to be a randomly drawn match, to where we just draw it out of a hat and say this match, one more round, sudden death, or
Well,
something.
Benji thinks Mike had a brilliant idea, and I tend to agree.
What is that?
Commentators.
What?
Commentators.
And then they have
The
the last
fuck
word.
at listen.
Oh, it could be
All right.
it could be Sour Patch versus
Somewhere.
I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. Commentators will be the sudden death match, as long as every right-handed win for the North counts as 2 points.
Oh,
Bro, Matt ain't
tend,
ready for that, bro. We're not doing that to Matt. We're not doing that to the North.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Matt, how can he be the tip of our spear if he's the brunt of our jokes?
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns about doing a sudden death, because even in the sudden death, I'd want to know that it's definitive. So I'm more partial to making a 45th match, and one that actually makes sense. But you guys don't have a 185 that can have something for Shane, and you don't have
I mean, I do.
220 guy for Robbie left.
A 220 guy for Robbie left.
That's Robbie's like 220 guy, right? Oh, you're muted again, Mike.
Yeah, I think he's about 220, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is Is Anthony Candelaria and Johnny Dang, are they only going right hand?
Yes, just right-handed.
See if Johnny wants to go left-handed to make it a 45th match.
Because you think Anthony would, like, with no question?
Well, Anthony's already told me he wants to go both hands, but I think he was under the impression that Johnny only wanted to go right. I didn't know if that was the case.
Sour Patch versus my lizard.
Evan said your Beetle versus his lizard could be the sudden death.
Oh no, that's like Derek versus Matt. We're not doing that.
Yeah. Poor Matt, he's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah.
It's all right. You'll have plenty of time on the mic, Matt. Get ready. Get ready. It's going to feel like everybody else has a mic that day.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see.
I mean, if I'm down, like I'm saying, somebody that already has a shirt, somebody that already has a match, somebody that it's already a pretty even match across the board. You know what I mean? And that could be the tie-breaking match. And then, you know, your guys like Shane or whatever who are filling in, who we probably don't have a shirt for and things like that, can do an after party match and be part of the documentary and have just as much fun.
That's a really good point. Sorry, like, will you go left with Anthony too? Okay.
Let him know it's a tiebreaker match. Say otherwise the North wins. I think that was like my favorite part about it, bro, is that there was like 5 teams from the South and 5 teams from the North last year, but all of those teams from the South were one big team that year, that day, and then all the teams from the North were one big team. Like we're all cheering for each other and like coaching each other in the corners and stuff. When usually at a tournament, that's not going down. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Bridget wants me to send her the match list. Let's see.
Bridget, who?
Shirts Bridget, Derek's Bridget.
Oh.
Yeah, because I put out the match list thing. Well, it's on Facebook, and she's here. Wait. Okay.
Damn, I forgot that we still had Will Klingman that wanted a match.
Oh no, he does not. Yeah, I saw him at practice Sunday. The dude is like destroyed. I mean, he did well in Mexico, but he is tore to pieces. So he doesn't even know if he's going to do an after party match with Goyo.
So DeGros is he did pretty good, huh? Right-handed, he won.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. He even got a win on Will. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I know one thing is a fact. Linder can pin the number one 165 guy fresh for fresh. I watched it happen.
It happened. It did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did happen. Yeah, and I really like your number one contender outlooks, Josh. I was talking to somebody at practice about it though, and he thinks it's cool too, but he brought up the stipulation of styles, you know, in terms of like if I have to beat person B to get to person C, but I can't beat person B because of styles, but I can destroy person C, you know. That's like an issue.
That just means you got to get better.
I like that too.
Well, I'm saying like nobody could beat Khabib, right? Like they didn't say, oh well, this ain't gonna count because your style don't work, against them. You either learn the style or you get beat,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah, it reminds me of I'm gonna sound old now, but that old Mike Tyson boxing video game. Remember that? You had to learn
Of
that
course.
you had to
Mike
learn that
Tyson Punch Out.
style cheat or yeah, the punch out. You had to learn that whatever like little weird technique it was that you needed to beat. Like there was like that Italian dancing guy. There was like only one way you could beat that guy, and you had to figure that out. And then the guy after him might have been like uber easy to knock out. All right. All right, I'm sorry. Okay. Jacob Ardron says Shane Rojas is in my club at West Side. Oh, he's LA. He's very eager and will love to come through and have a match. Borneo man, by the way, how long have you guys been live for? Oh, okay. Only since like what, 8:30-ish, 8:45. Are you guys
Yeah, not
wrestlers?
too long. This ain't nothing. We went past midnight a couple times on this show too. I think our longest show was 5 hours
5 or 6.
and 30
Yeah.
minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, we've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes. And yeah, we do arm wrestle. Josh has a club out of Northern California called Nowheretorun Armwrestling. And I'm on Alpha Empire, so Derek Smith's team, um, which has 4 different branches, a west, a east, and a south and a north. And I am currently running the north team. And yeah, I'd actually like to know more about you, Borneo man. Where are you from? It's the first time we've seen you in here. Really glad to have you in. Yeah, what part of the world are you from? And yeah, how long you been arm wrestling for? Yeah, I'd like to get Shane Rojas a match. We'll see what Johnny Dang says, because that's yeah, even Bridget's hitting me up now that the match list is out. I think it's there's maybe a few extra matches than what we had talked with her before about. So I don't even know if we have enough shirts. I'm sure we'll make it happen, but you make a good point that it should be 2 existing people that have a match, just one hand going at it right-handed, so we know we have enough shirts. But yeah, we'll make a big thing out of the after party matches. It'll be cool. So yeah, if Shane can still come out and do that, we'll get him.
I'll go against Shane left-handed.
You'll do it? Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go against him right.
He can, perfect.
I'll take him right, you take him left.
Sounds good.
And then after we're done, Mike will beat us both. Yeah. We'll use 4 hands, and then Mike will just beat us with 1. Let's see. So
Who's this, Mike?
Yeah, Mike Linder. You think you can
I'm
take
crushing Mike, bro.
You think you can take Mike, Josh?
Bro? Yeah, I'm on the chimney now. Look where I am.
I'm crushing his ass, bro. Look, this cup is so strong right here. His hair will curl up. It will curl up.
He's laughing out loud, Josh.
Yeah, me too. I'm just talking smack. I'm one of those tough guys on the other side of the keyboard, man. As soon as we meet in person, I'm gonna shake your hand and say, "Hey, man, you're fucking strong. I was just playing, man. I was just joking." Yeah, I had somebody asking me today. Forgot who it was. Somebody was asking me about Mike, and they were like, "How does he pull? He's mostly top roll, right?" And I was like, I'm not sure. I think the guy's pretty strong everywhere. I think he's pretty strong everywhere.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't even that anyway.
If it goes right, if I dictate, I think I top roll more than hook. But a lot of times it just says go, and then it goes wherever it goes. You know what I mean?
What are you doing? Why are you hiding?
What's up, Evan?
Why is Kane?
Oh no, he's got that leaf on his head like the caterpillar from Mario.
I just don't want you guys to get sick. I got the beetle. I got the watermelon.
Oh shoot.
Bro,
Look, he's already trying to make excuses for the South losing.
2020, Dad.
He's like, you guys see me, I was sick.
That is 2020.
Go clean up all your mess now.
There's no mess.
There's a lot of mess because my house don't look like that. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Don't get knocked out. All right, go on. Bye-bye.
Good times.
These kids, man, they think they know stuff.
So yeah, Borneo says that Borneo's from he's from Malaysia. That's pretty cool. Got someone from Malaysia tuning in. We've got let's see, what is he saying? I've never been in any arm wrestling clubs. Would like to join one though if I can. Malaysia, that's where they had Worlds once, isn't it?
This year. It was this year.
That was this year?
Yeah.
Okay. You had all the arm wrestling clubs over there this year then. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hope you can find someone out there locally. Yeah, man. Yeah, I wish I could be like, hey, get in contact with this person. Get in contact with Alan Hodsey over in OC. I don't know. but we are making the world smaller as we speak right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This popcorn chips that or
You.
All right, guys, I think I'm ready for dinner number 2. Shall we call it?
Yeah, I suppose. Now, if I get a ride there, I'll see you on Friday.
If you get a ride, dude, bro, you better get there, man.
Yeah, I will. I'm sure.
You will? Okay.
Where do you live at?
Oh, Victorville.
Oh, that's not even far. Victorville is right in the desert.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours away from Bakersfield.
Yeah, you want me to come swoop you up or what? Friday, I will. You can just find a ride back with somebody.
Oh, I'm sure someone from the team will be able to find a spot for me. If they leave me behind, man.
Hey, let me know. It's no big deal for me to leave here early Friday morning, come swoop you up, and then we'll get back over there to Bakersfield. No big deal. I'm not joking. I do it all the time.
I'll keep that in mind for sure, Jeff.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Wow, you really are like you really are on our way. We are going to go down the back side of the mountain and towards that 395. Yeah, I just don't know how we'll fit everything. Are you cool with riding on the roof? We could strap you on the roof.
Sure.
Man. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, can I strap my guitar amp on the roof? What can I do? What can I do?
Sounds like you might just want to rent one of them 1999 U-Haul trailers, Kane.
Yeah, might have to. Might have to. All right. Yeah, let me think on it. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a lot of my packing in my car and everything. And keep working on it. If you find a convenient ride with somebody, take it. But if I beat them to it tomorrow in terms of like getting my car packed and realizing, yeah, we could get you in there, I'll let you know.
Sweet.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Yeah, have a great night. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And Borneo Man, thanks for tuning in from Malaysia. Come back again. We usually do this Thursday nights, Pacific Standard Time in California. Tonight we did it on Wednesday just because it's going to be a busy week for us. But yeah, tune back in. Yeah, Mike, thanks for hanging out. And as always, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, brother. See you guys in a couple days.